So as you head into the last week here, and there are so many scenarios with teams that you guys could potentially play, do you start to think about matchups at all at this point, or is that entirely on the back burner until you get through this weekend?
Yeah, I think our whole focus is winning the game to get second, and whoever we play, we play. I think that's the mentality of the team, is that we want to finish second and be able to host as many playoff games as we can. So that's our main goal right now.
For sure. And what challenges do you remember about Minnesota being there, and how do you think that they've maybe evolved over the year?
Yeah, obviously a very good team that I think is grown throughout the year, and adding Ike was big. He's made a big difference for them. He's a really good player. Obviously Ozzie there too. Locking it down in the middle, we all know what he's capable of and what a great player he is, so it'll be fun to play against him. But I think adding those two pieces has helped a lot, and they're a team that's fighting for the same thing. They're trying to get second, and for us, we know that, and we got to come in and match the energy.
Sure. Now that you're kind of near the end of it, how would you assess this comeback season that you've had, and what have been the keys for you in getting back on track and getting 10 goals and all that?
Yeah, good. I think obviously for me, it's just being back on the field is awesome, and after playing not playing last year, it's you realize how much you miss it. So just being out there playing with my teammates has been a lot of fun, and things have thought it's been a good year. Obviously, things I can keep working on and things I want to keep getting better at, and but again, it's all about what I can do to help the team and help us go as far as we can. Hopefully, win another championship. But again, it's all focus on Sunday right now. So.
On the team side of it, you guys have had to deal with a lot of adversity this year. Chad retiring, injuries, national team call-ups. What do you think have been the keys to getting you guys here where you're still controlling your destiny for the second spot?
I think we have a very deep team, and so guys step in and do well, and you see when a guy can't go, there's another guy to step in and do the job, and that's something we preach a lot. It's kind of the next man up mentality. I think we're fortunate to have a pretty deep team here, so guys come in and do the job, and I think that's been a big part of our success this year.
You mentioned Ozzie, obviously playing in Minnesota, but in terms of having him back at CenturyLink Field, what will the emotions be like facing him in Seattle here coming up this Sunday?
Yeah, I think obviously he's an absolute legend here and has done so much for this club, and I'm sure the fans are all really excited to have him back and see him again, and I know we are too. And once we step on the field, we're competitors and we're all fighting for the same thing, and I think everyone understands that. But it'll be great to see him, and obviously everyone knows what he's done for this club and this city, and he's always going to be such a special part of this club's history. So to have him back will be awesome.
Another United States call this morning. The news came out there. It seems like every time this year when you come back from international duty, you've been just increasingly to another skill better and better. How do you feel like you've done each time coming back to the sound from duty, and what do you expect will happen here coming up in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think it's always an honor. Like I say, every time I get called in, it's such an honor and something that I'll never take for granted, because it's amazing to be able to represent your country and something that I always find special. So I'm really excited, and I think it's been helpful that the way that the teams play is pretty similar for me in terms of my positioning and the things that are asked of me. So going back and forth, it's not a huge shift, a huge change of what I'm doing, and I think that's been beneficial for me.
How's been the guidance from Greg Berhalter and that coaching staff in terms of working with you on that position, and then in terms of the skill set, what you can bring back here? Yeah,
great. I think, like I said, it's similar in some ways, and the coaching staff there has done an amazing job of coming in and clearly defining everyone's role, so everyone knows exactly what's expected of them, and I think that's really important in a successful team, and they've come in and done a really good job with that, and are very knowledgeable, and for me it's a little bit of a new position. Obviously I've played out there, but this is my first real year of playing there the whole year, and so they've been great and helped me understand kind of my roles, and especially on the defensive side of things, it's a little bit different than playing forward, obviously, so learning that has been good, important.
In terms of the defensive part, how is it different? What additional things do you have to do there?
I'm farther back, right, and so it's just a different type of pressing. It's a different type of fitness for sure as well, and that's something that I've learned over the year and kind of been able to gain that a little bit more. Obviously, when you're playing up front, it's maybe a little bit more stop and go, but right now on the wing, you're constantly moving, constantly shifting, helping the team out defensively, so I think that's been something to learn.
You don't have many decision day games under your belt as far as a player, but there's a lot of drama this time around. What is it like as a player to kind of go into that last day, or even if you remember watching, having them all lined up, and so many things could be a factor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be a lot of emotion, and for us, I think we're lucky that we don't have to depend on anyone else. It's all in our hands, and so I think our main focus is what we can do and winning the game to get second place. And so for us, I think that makes it potentially a little easier if we were maybe needing some other teams to do well. That puts a little bit of added stuff on it, but for us, it's just focus on what we can do.
Do you think you'll be have to work on it a little bit more to stay calm and do your thing, or is anything bubbling up like excitement right now, or how are you in those kind of really pressure situations?
Personally, or
personally.
Yeah, no, fine. I mean, I think been in situations like this before, and obviously I think this is where the games get fun. This is this playoff time, games like this where there's a lot on the line, it means more, and things get even more fun. So it's going to be exciting.
Do you have a best memory of it, either watching or
of decision day?
Yeah, I know you.
I think 2016 was a good one. We had to. I don't think we were guaranteed yet, and we had to beat Arcel to get in, and ended up getting fourth and hosting a playoff game. So that was big for us, and obviously went on to win that year. So
yeah.
I think that was a good memory for me. But it was the only decision day I played in, I guess. So,
yeah,
I
was
so,
kind of expecting you to say that, but
yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself for the next couple of weeks, physically, emotionally, mentally, knowing you have decision day, national team, and then hopefully hosting a playoff match right after that?
Yeah, it's I mean, like I said, it's all great stuff. It's all exciting. It's a time of the year where things start to matter. It's a time of the year where maybe your body's feeling a little bit more just because the season is so long. So for us, just managing, doing a good job with the training staff, getting your body right, mentally right. But this is the time when it's exciting, and the time where everyone's excited to get going and get on the field. So.
Will Bruin working off to the side here. Obviously, he came back from a long injury. He doing the same thing here. What have you worked with him in terms of just still being part of the team, working to get back, and then in terms of his progress and how he's working with that, and your experience doing the same thing?
Yeah, obviously it's a tough process. I was there last year and have a lot of sympathy for him because I know what he's going through, and it's not a fun thing. He's a great player. We miss him for sure, and in the locker room he's still a big personality and a guy that we love to have around, and so I think that's been awesome, and that was helpful for me to still feel like I was part of the team. So to see him out on the field today is great because I know kind of what a milestone that is, and we're all really excited to have him back whenever the time comes. But for me, just excited to see his progress because I know how tough it is.